Hello YouTube. Thought I'd have a little change of background. So, Happy New Year 2026. A lot going on this year for me personally. I hope your businesses are heading in the right direction. We've got a ton of stuff to do. I've got strategies to work on. Our pitch deck's ready. We've got investors to approach. We're looking at loads of different options. And we've got some people interested already, putting some money on the table, which is quite encouraging. We're confident our product's good. It's a construction product, in case you're new to the channel. Excuse me, itching my ear. We've got a building tool that we're taking to market. It will make life easier and safer for builders. And that's the mission for this year. And I spent a lot of time last year networking, finding the right people that I'd like to work with, if that makes sense. I feel for when you're raising money and to build a business like we are, you need to find the right people that you want to work with. There's no point in just finding people that have got the money, in my opinion. You need to have people that are on board with what you're doing, and that's for everything. That's not just the investor side of it. That's from everybody, right from the people that are designing the product, people in the background doing the bookkeeping and all that sort of stuff. So everyone needs to be invested in the product and believe in it and believe in the business. So this year, I've already, from last year, we've had some changes that was in the team, and this year there's some new people coming on board. We've already got one person who's come on board in a kind of non-official capacity. She's a very, very talented lady, very clever, and I'm really chuffed that she's going to be part of the journey. I'm hoping that she can spare the time, because I know she's very, very busy, and that's really exciting for me because she believes in the product, and she's a very bright cookie. She's clever. So yeah, there's lots happening. If you're building your own business, or if you're just following my journey and you're curious about what's going on, you can keep following along. Like, comment, subscribe if you've got any questions about starting a business or anything like that. I'm obviously a big advocate of Help Bank and Simon Squibbs' team, Adam Smith and all them guys, and pushing that to help them boys out. I believe in that, what they're doing, and I'd like to help them. You know, I'm not getting any financial gain or anything from that at this stage. And if I did, I'd play it back in, to that. So that's the plan long term, is to help younger people, especially young working class kids that have got no direction or might not have an understanding of how they can progress their lives as far as a career is concerned. Unlike myself, I want to try and steer them in a different direction of what they were doing, or what they would, how can I explain, spit it out. So basically, instead of them just going on to building site and thinking that's where they've got to stay for all their life, to give them the idea there's a bigger picture to the business side of things, so they can go, similar to what I've done. I mean, I'm not a multi-millionaire or nothing like that, but I've done a different, a progressive, I would say, career path, slowly, bit by bit. I've done different things, but I've gone from being no qualifications, painter, decorator, qualified bricklayer, builder. I was doing loft conversions and extensions and that sort of stuff. Then I ended up being an NHBC registered builder, done some property development, which I found personally it was just too frustrating for me. I don't like having stuff that's too far outside my control. Not that I'm a control freak, but I just didn't like to have all that dependency, as in money tied up, time tied up, effort tied up, and you're waiting on some twat at the council to give you a decision, and they just drove me mad in the end. It was just incredible experience. I wouldn't encourage people to get too involved with that. If they can avoid that, then that would be kind of, how can I say, like something I try and steer them away from, unless they can get some bigger players involved that really know that game, and they can go in the planning office with bigger budgets and bigger experience, and sort of tell the planners right from the off that they're serious players. Because when we go in there, people like me, you walk in and they just look at you like you're just like nothing to them. And planning system in the UK is a nightmare. There's a whole book of excuses they'll give you, rather than going in there and saying, this is something I'd like to change long term. Rather than going in there and getting a result from them, not a result but help, they just give you a load of excuses. They don't say change that, change that, change that. They just say no, you can't, because of this, because of that, because of that. There's no encouragement or help to say like, do it that way and you'll be fine. It's just a nightmare. Anyway, I digress a bit. So this year, long term, is to fulfil the key points of the project. You know, we need the intellectual property submitted, the patent designs, our branding, which it's all done mostly. And once we've got that, we're going to do some 3D printed models, and then we're going to do some demonstration videos on YouTube, get some pre-orders, and hopefully that will finance our first production run. So that's where we're going to approach it. A bit like Simon Squibbs and all them guys have done with his book launch. So they do pre-orders first, and then they go and print product afterwards. So yeah, that's the plan. A big load of work to do this year, a ton of work, and I don't take that lightly. I know I've got a massive amount of work to do, and part of the structuring of all that is another thing altogether. But I'm on that Help Bank accelerator, so I'm expecting that to really help this year. So that's going to be a massive game changer for me. I can feel it. So yeah, that's where we're at, 2026. Let's do it. Thanks for watching.